Hello everybody, Trevor here. I'm sure some of you guys are asking me, why did you change your avatar to a Disney character? Well, because today, I promised myself that I'll be talking about something that's outside of Thomas. You see, not only that I'm a huge fan of Thomas, but I'm also crazy about Kingdom Hearts, which is one of my absolute favorite video game franchises of all time, along with Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Pokemon, Donkey Kong, Assassin's Creed, and of course, Frogger. The things I love about the Kingdom Hearts series is not only the beautiful graphics, but also the wonderful characters, including the Disney ones, the epic music by Yoko Shimomura, the confusing yet very consistent storyline, and the very fun action and gameplay. I've been wanting to talk about this for quite some time now, but I didn't do it earlier because I wanted to get some things out of the way first, like some of my Thomas videos. But enough about me. Today, I'm going to talk about my top 5 playable characters in Kingdom Hearts. Before I start, I just want to give a few restrictions here. I'm not going to include clips of gameplay footage or cutscenes because, for one thing, I don't know how to record my own gameplay footage from my game collection. Second of all, if I borrow gameplay footage or cutscenes from other YouTubers, then I might get into big trouble. The last time I used footage in my videos, I got copyright claimed, and I had to mute the footage to get rid of the claim put in one of my videos. And finally, I'm gonna try not to use copyright music by Disney or Square Enix because of copyright reasons. And the biggest problem I have with Japan is that they don't have fair use laws. Now with that out of the way, let's begin this epic countdown. Number 5, King Mickey Mouse. I always liked Mickey Mouse, even as a little kid. The classic Disney shorts by Walt Disney are some of my favorite cartoons from the golden era of animation, along with Tom and Jerry, Popeye, and the Looney Tunes. What I love about King Mickey Mouse is that he's such a badass fighter. For example, in certain boss battles in Kingdom Hearts 2, when you die, they give you the option to either give up or never give up. And if you choose not to give up, you get to play as King Mickey for a while until Sora gets revived. Another perfect example is that in Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, there is a scenario where you get to play as him while fending off against the 12 replica Xehanorts. It really shows that he's the type of character that never gives up no matter how weak and weary he feels. And that's a great lesson for the kids. But the reason he's so low on the list is because at the time of making this video, he's the only Disney character to wield a Keyblade. There are a couple other Disney characters that are playable, particularly Donald and Goofy, but they use different weapons than their king. I kind of wish there are other Disney or Pixar characters that use Keyblades in battle. For example, I remember looking at somebody's fan art of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit wielding one and wears a similar outfit to King Mickey's. If this were canon, then I'd be proud. Number 4 goes to Aqua. Aqua is part of the Birth by Sleep trio and acts as an equivalent of Kairi and Xion when it comes to main female protagonists. What I like about her is that she's strong, beautiful, and caring for her friends, especially to Terra and Ven. And like Mickey, she's also one of those characters who refuses to give up on their journey, even when she was in the realm of darkness for over a decade. Hell, I even felt bad for her that in Kingdom Hearts 3, she was corrupted by darkness and became anti-Aqua. Thankfully, Sora came to save her, and after an epic battle between the two of them, she's finally back home to the realm of light in her normal self. Another thing I like about her is her beautiful and elegant fighting style, particularly when it comes to her Spellweaver attack. I'm really excited for the next game where she'll be the master of Kairi. I'm sure it'll go very well. Number 3 goes to Riku. Riku is one of Sora's best friends, and also one of the strongest Keyblade masters around. He's one of the people who's not afraid of the darkness, and was temporarily siding with Maleficent in the first game until he redeemed himself after Sora defeated a possessed Dark Riku, who was holding the key to people's hearts. What I like about Riku is that he's very strong, and despite using dark powers, he still wants to do everything to save his friends. For example, in 358 over 2 days, he went undercover in a black coat to pretend to be one of the nobodies. His goal in that game was to wake up Sora from his yearly slumber by finding and defeating Roxas. And after he defeated him, he and Ansem the Wise took his comatose body to a simulated Twilight Town where they altered his mind, believing he has a normal life there. Another recent example was in Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, where he was tasked to find a missing Sora in a city called Quadratum. One of my favorite moves from Riku was his Dark Aura attack, where he rises up in the air, then zooms and teleports around the area, striking enemies and gives them a final blow of Dark Lightning after slamming the ground. I also like his Dark Break attack, where he leaps in the air and strikes enemies from above. Number 2. Roxas. Roxas is Sora's nobody and a member of the original Organization 13. He was a worthy member of that organization until he decided to betray them in order to find his true identity. He's also best friends with Axel and Xion, a couple of great and memorable characters in the series. But Roxas is my most favorite of the three because, as I said, he's Sora's nobody, and also, Sora has Ventus's heart as well as his own, which is why Roxas looks like Ventus. But what's really cool about Roxas is that he has the power to dual wield, which means he can wield 2 Keyblades. Another thing I like about Roxas is that, like his 2 friends Axel and Xion, he's one of the most sympathetic characters in the entire franchise. In fact, there are times where I do feel sorry for him. For example, he wept over the loss of Xion, which is one of the saddest moments in video gaming history. And at the end of the prologue in Kingdom Hearts 2, he sees Sora inside the pod and says, "Looks like my summer vacation is over." Which also made me sad because I wanted to see Roxas as himself again after that. Thankfully, he returned during the climax at Kingdom Hearts 3 and is now reunited with his 2 best friends. He also became new friends with Ventus, and I'm surprised that they didn't react that much when they first saw each other in person. Before I get to my number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Kairi. So far, she's only playable during certain events in Remind and Melody of Memory. I really would like to see a full game about her someday. Xion. She would have been number 2. Axel/Lee. Axel's only playable in 358 over 2 days so far, but still, I like him too. Ventus. He got beat out by Roxas. Terra. He got beat out by Riku. Donald and Goofy. I love these characters, but they're not as strong as their king. And the number 1 most favorite playable character in the Kingdom Hearts series of all time is Sora. Out of all the playable protagonists in the series, Sora is my most favorite one because he's such a happy-go-lucky and likable guy. Like a lot of protagonists from different franchises, Sora is an optimist. For example, he told the nameless star in the final world to never give up on her dreams. Another example of his optimism is that he promised Naminé to find her and thank her for restoring his memories. Another thing I like about Sora is that, like other heroes, he's very brave and strong, and can take down any enemy in the franchise, including Xehanort himself, which he finally did at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, and he can also be pretty cute and funny at times, especially when he whines at one point in Kingdom Hearts 3 that he wants a new outfit just like Riku and Mickey, and wouldn't you know it, he got his wish. If there's one problem I have with Sora, is that he can be a bit overpowered, especially in Kingdom Hearts 3. But hey, at least he's not a Gary Stu. For instance, after the final battle with Master Xehanort, he used the power of waking one last time just to save Kairi, but unfortunately, because he abused it, he vanished into another world, leaving his friends behind. I do hope he gets back home at the end of the next game. And to be quite honest, I don't care what the haters say about him. I still think he's an overall great character in the games. In fact, I'd take him over Rey from Disney's Star Wars any day. Well, there you have it. My first top 5 video outside of Thomas the Tank Engine. And just because I'm a huge Thomas fanatic doesn't mean I can't have other interests. Now tell me in the comments section on which of these playable Kingdom Hearts characters are your favorite. Do you like them all, or do you have your own personal preference? And it doesn't have to be a top 5, it can be a top 10 too. And it also doesn't have to be the good guys on your list, it can be bad guys too. Speaking of which, join me in next time where I will discuss my top 5 favorite antagonists in the Kingdom Hearts series. This is Trevor Davis, and may your hearts be your guiding key. Okay, I'll stop.